Hello, my name is Paige. Welcome to my channel, Paperbacks and Lattes, and today I want to tell you the ebooks that I hauled in January. So every month I haul a lot of ebooks. I just find these free ebooks on Amazon and I just like build up a collection of books on my Kindle. So some are good, some are bad, some are really good. But whenever I see a free one, it's just really hard for me to pass it up. So I have quite a few ebooks that I hauled in January, so I'm going to tell you what they are. They were free at the time that I got them. I don't know if they're still free at the time of you watching this, but you can go check. A lot of times they remain free for a while. So these are the ebooks that I got in January, and I think I did actually pay for a couple of them, but they're super cheap when I paid for them. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and start. I've got them on my iPad right here, so I'm gonna I wrote down a little blurb about each one, so let's go ahead and get started. The first one is The Party by Mona Ingram. This is the second book in the Dear Santa series. So the heroine's name in this is Paige, which is mine. So it's always cool to read a book with your name in it. But Paige is exhausted after catering a high-profile Christmas party, and she, after the Christmas party is over, she relaxes. Like, she goes like out after the party is over because they're so exhausted from cleaning up from this party, and she relaxes with the man in charge of the cleanup crew, and he's the town's most eligible bachelor, but he's much more than that. The second book is Ransom by Laramie Briscoe. This is the first book in the Laurel Springs Emergency Response Team. This is, so Ransom is part of the Moonshine Task Force, and he's called in to help with a hostage situation. Stella is stuck in an exam room with a hurt woman and a man with a gun. She calls 911 and Ransom comes to the rescue. They've known each other since they were babies, and she offers to make him dinner for saving her, and that moment changes the course of the rest of their lives. I really like books with emergency responder type elements, like be it police officer, firefighter, EMS, things like that, because my husband is a volunteer firefighter, and so I kind of deal with that in my life anyway. So I like books around that. The third book is the Lawson Brothers books 1 through 3. So it's kind of like a box set by Marquita Valentine. So the first book in the box set is Love So Hot. The heroine has a crush on firefighter Brody, and she buys his time at the annual firefighters auction. Brody has been in love with his best friend, the heroine, for years, and now he has her and he's not letting go. The second book in the box set is Love So True. This is a single mom gives Lucas a job at her family's diner after he serves 5 years in prison. She tries to stay away from him until Lucas saves her son from a hit and run. And the third book in the box set is Love So Irresistible. Skylar is a piano teacher, and she loves everything about her town except for her grumpy neighbor who is constantly on edge from recovering from a bullet to the leg. The hero is a former Navy SEAL, and Skylar is determined to help him recover. All of those are kind of based around emergency rescue too, so really looking forward to reading those. Number 4 is Rough Edge by C.D. Reese. This is the first book in the Edge series. I've actually read the prequel to this book in the series, and so when this book became available for free, I had to snatch it up. I haven't read this one yet. I've just read the prequel, and the first book is about a trauma surgeon that's in the military. They're overseas, like deployed, and she is a type of psychiatrist or counselor, and they're in the military and they fall in love while they're in the military. And then Rough Edge, which is what this book is after they come back home and they're married, but something happens where their marriage is crumbling. So I have put off reading this book because I love their first book so much. I love when they fell in love, and I'm like, no, I don't want them to come to hard times. But I know eventually I will read this one, but definitely read the prequel first. Number 5 is One You Can't Forget by Lexi Timms. This is number 1 in the Hades Spawn MC series. Emily is a good girl, but has got herself into trouble with the law because of her ex-boyfriend. Luke, or Spade, owns a motorcycle repair shop and is road captain for the Hades Spawn MC. He's shocked to read in the paper that Emily has been arrested. She was his old high school flame and one he couldn't forget. Number 6 is Jericho by T.K. Elridge. This is number 1 in the Hybrid Chronicles series. So I kept the original blurb for this book because it just was so good. So he made the ultimate sacrifice, only he wasn't really dead. He signed their forms. He accepted their diagnosis. He welcomed the treatment. He changed his name and disappeared. Now he is treated less than human, a pet held in the facility until he and his team are let loose on a government-sanctioned target. Except this next target isn't some terrorist or criminal. It's a teenage girl on U.S. soil and the woman who stole his heart. Jericho and his team may be a different kind of soldier, but they still hold to their moral codes and honor. Going against a direct order is not something they would normally consider, but nothing about this team is normal. This really gives me like Marvel Avengers vibes, because especially like Captain America, because he was, you know, his body was like transformed into like a stronger type of soldier. So I really like the Marvel Avengers. So that gave me really strong Captain America vibes. So definitely looking forward to reading that one. Number 7 is Tempt by Alexis Ann. This is number 1 in the Tempt series. The heroine gets to know the hero, and he is a reclusive genius. He's cold and commanding with everyone but her. With her, he's sweet, sexy, and almost shy. He shows her a side no one else knows. Those heroes are some of the best. Number 8 is Alien Shenanigans by Shelley Munro. This is the second book in Triple the Trouble series. Kind of a tongue twister there. This is a paranormal alien shapeshifter romance box set. Includes 3 books. It contains sassy women who know what they want and strong alpha men who will protect them to the end. And a little humor, a few secrets, and some danger and suspense to keep things interesting. Number 9 is Pick Me Handsome by C. Morgan. So the hero inherits this apple orchard after his father left him, and he meets the single mom and a teacher who takes her children on a tour of his orchard. Number 10 is Build by Gillian Archers. This is number 1 in the Burns Brothers series. The hero is upset when he receives the news that his father will be paroled soon from prison. He escapes to his friend's cabin and is snowed in with the maid. The maid is a single mom, and she is stuck at the cabin with the hero. So this is definitely a book of forced proximity, which is something we all love. Number 11 is Falling for the Hometown Girl by Shelley Stevens. This is the second book in the Marshall Ranch series. So the hero has a billion-dollar gaming company, and he is back in his hometown celebrating in a bachelor party, and he sees the heroine who he can never forget, and she gives his group a guided tour, and he wanted to return to Seattle, but now he is falling for the hometown girl. So number 12 is actually, one was for free. I can't remember which one it was, and then I bought the other one. So this is Dark House and Red Fox by Karina Halley. I did not realize that this was horror romance, or I think it's romance, but it's a horror, and I'm like, I really wish I could return it now because I do not read horror. I'm like the world's worst scaredy cat, so I do not do scary stuff at all. My husband laughed at me because the movie It scared me so bad. But this is a romance. It is a romance series with a creepy, spooky twist that revolves around a pair of ghost hunters. So I don't know if I will read these, but I did get them. I'm like, well, I immediately bought the free one, you know, because it's by Karina Halley, and I've heard amazing things about her books. And I saw that the other book was like only 99 cents, so I went ahead and bought it because I knew they went together, and then I didn't realize that they were horror. So I don't know. I have them in case I ever get the courage up to read them. Number 13 is Fireworks by Serena Bowen. This is number 6 in the True North series. I think I bought this one for 99 cents as well. The heroine is on paid leave from her broadcasting job, and she is assigned to chase down a story in Vermont, the town that she ran away from. Her stepsister is on the run from a violent drug dealer, and the cop on the case is the man who broke her teenage heart. She steels herself to finally tell him off after 12 years, but the fireworks are still there. I love the True North series. I have not finished it yet, but the ones that I have read are so good. Cannot wait to read this one. Number 14 is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maharan. I also bought this one, but it was pretty cheap at the time. I think it was like $1.99. This is number 1 in the Serpent and Dove series. This is one that I have been meaning to get around to reading. Hopefully I will get around to reading it soon. It's just so hard to get around to reading all of the books that I want to read. I'm like, I just don't have enough time in a day. But anyway, this book are about witches. Witches are being hunted and burned, and the heroine is a witch who fled her coven and forsaking all magic because she is like trying to hide herself. And the hero is a witch hunter, and his path crosses with the heroine, and they are married. So they become married, but he doesn't know she's a witch, and she's trying to hide herself. Then number 15 is The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. This is the number 1 in the Friend Zone. I also paid like $1.99 for this one. The heroine is planning her best friend's wedding, and she meets the best man. He's funny, sexy, and even her dog adores him, but he wants a big family someday, and she is facing a medically necessary procedure that will make it impossible for her to have children. But the attraction grows, and it's harder to keep him at arm's length. Number 16 is Interference by Megan Michael. This is number 1 in the Prescott family series. The hero is a hockey player, and the heroine decides to intern with a casting company while finishing her degree. She's given a task: get the hero to agree to star on a dating show. Number 17 is Once Upon a Dream by Sierra Simone. This is 3 novellas of modern day fairy tales, like retellings of fairy tales. And the first one is Music Box Girl. It's a retelling of a 12 Dancing Princesses story. The second one is American Witch. It's a retelling of a Princess and the Pea story. And the third one is Red and White, which is a retelling of a Snow White story. Number 18 is Our Forever by Elena Matthews. This is number 1 in the Our Forever series. The heroine fell in love with her best friend, but he was killed in Afghanistan, and it destroyed her world. 5 years later, she's still stuck in the past. She moves to Austin, Texas with her son, and there she meets her new neighbor. Number 19 is No Reservations by Kate Astor. This is number 1 in the Special Ops Tribute series. The heroine gave up her career to reopen her aunt's struggling bed and breakfast inn. The hero is a former Navy SEAL and shows up to the inn to stay even though it's closed for renovations, but she still lets him stay, and the chemistry runs between them. Number 20 is Digging the Wolf by Stephanie Holmes. This is number 1 in the Wolves of Crooks Hollow series. This is a standalone paranormal romance. The heroine is an archaeologist, and it's been 5 months since her boyfriend was killed in a climbing accident. She didn't think she was over him until the hero walks into the archaeological site. The hero is a wolf shifter, and she is his fated mate. We know we all love fated mates. Number 21 is Broken and Beautiful. This is a 9-book box set. The 9 steamy books from best-selling and beloved authors Kendall Ryan, Victoria Ashley, Lily Valentine, Geneva Lee, Tia Louise, Skye Warren, Graham Clare, Lucy Eden, and Molly O'Keefe. Number 22 is Right Under My Nose by Allie Parker. The heroine is a teacher to the hero's son, and she berates the hero for his parenting style. They end up a few days later going on a blind date with each other. Number 23 is Free Me by Graham Clare. This is number 1 in the Free series. So the hero helps the heroine out with her parking ticket. Who knew that a piece of paper would turn his world upside down? The hero doesn't do commitment, but can't stay away from her. But she's hiding something, and the truth always comes out. Number 24 is Claiming Mia by Alicia Woods. This is number 1 in the .com Wolf series. The hero is a wolf shifter and has lost his mate. He rescues a girl from a predatory wolf pack, and she ends up working at his office as a new intern. Number 25 is Deliver Me by Farrah Roshan. It's number 1 in the Lawson Brothers series. So the heroine is an ER doctor and who makes a fresh start at a new hospital. She meets a fellow doctor who could make her change her mind about finding true love. Number 26 is Naughty Wish by J.A. Croy. This is number 5 in the Brits Boys Sports series. The heroine ends up in a fender bender and the hero is a cop who helps her out. This is a steamy romance. Number 27 is Pierced by Sydney Landon. This is number 1 in the Lucian and Leah series. The hero is a successful owner of a software company and is damaged from his past and doesn't let anyone get close. The heroine grew up with an abusive mother and twisted stepfather, and she escaped her past to make her dreams come true. She works as an escort for date night, and nothing has ever gone farther than with him, the hero. Number 28 is Oopsy Daisy by Iris Morland. This is number 3 in the Flower Shop Sisters series. So the heroine meets her new professor, and he ends up being the same man she had a one-night stand with 3 months ago. She got pregnant, and now he's not just her baby daddy, he's her professor and advisor for grad school. Number 28 is Dream With Me by Kristen Proby. This is number 1 in the O. Callahan's series. The hero is an artist, and he has works of art on display in museums and palaces. He is a recluse who spends time alone on his farm. His life is full until he meets the heroine. She designs wedding cakes, and art feeds her soul. She is trying to find her muse when she is wandering in the museum and sees the hero's art on display. They bump into each other there and sees him again at a charity fundraiser. And the last one is 30 by this is Wonderlust by Lauren Blakely. This is number 1 from Paris with Love series. Hero is British and is planning on escorting American lady back to her home, but his boss assigns him a new client, and the new client is the American he's about to take home. They are falling for each other and trying to resist each other every day. So those are the ebooks that I hauled in January. Let me know if you've read any of them or if any of them sound interesting to you. I know quite a few of these sound very interesting to me, and I can't wait to read them. So yeah, those are all that I have. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.